Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Bob DiMaria. This is a very special product. And I know that this product, oftentimes during the fall, early winter, we make it available to you at a savings. So you're going to want to talk to one of the team members about this, so I'm sure you'll see posting. I have personally been taking Agrisept before some of you were even born. I've been taking 10 drops a day of this since 1996. I do not get sick. This is not a drug. This is a very potent bioflavonoid. You say, Dr. Bob, what is a bioflavonoid? It's a high-end name for a very potent vitamin C. Is this vitamin C? I would say you could probably say yes, it's a form of it, but this is the squeezing of lemon, grapefruit, and tangerine seeds. It's bitter. You might complain about it, but I would suggest, if you're not already a regular user of Agrisept, start with 5 drops a day and 4 to 6 ounces of water for 2 weeks. You can say, why is that, Dr. Bob? Because if you have unfriendly organisms in your body, parasites, candida, herpes, virus, strep, staph, and this starts to change their environment and they go away, they die, they're not going to go away happy. There could be a toxic reaction. So then after 2 weeks, you could do 10 drops of this forever and ever. I would strongly encourage you to use it forever and ever. So let me give you a couple things you can do with this. Let's say that you have fungus on your toes. I know a lot of you watching me right now have that. Get a dish pan or a pan and put 10 drops of Agrisept in the pan and soak your feet. Let's say you're really not feeling 100%. Draw a bath, warm hot water, put 10 or 15 drops, and just soak in this. You could literally take 4 or 5 drops of Agrisept, put it in some water. If you have a sore throat, put it in your mouth, gargle with it, spit it out, gargle again, spit it out, and then gargle with the last portion of it and swallow it. I personally would probably never take more than 30 drops of this in a day, and that would be for a day or two because it's high potent. But 10 drops every day, year round, not just during the wintertime, but year round is the way to go. Let's say you're not feeling 100%, you can take 10 drops and maybe another time during the day, put 5 drops in 4 to 6 ounces of water. I want you to know that when my wife Debbie and I go out to eat, we always take out the Agrisept and put a couple drops in the water. And there's 2 reasons. I can give you a lot of stories, but I have to tell you, I was in Paris many years ago, and unfortunately, in a hurry, I ate a piece of chicken that was not completely cooked. Didn't think too much about it. Thankfully, I had taken some Agrisept, so I didn't get as sick as I could have. Another story. This is amazing. So probably about 15 or 20 years ago, my wife and myself were at a wedding. There were several hundred people there, probably 400. I would guesstimate at least 70 of those individuals were patients of mine. I sat at a table that was an 8 top. That means there were 8 people sitting there. 6 of the 8 were patients. My wife and myself took our Agrisept, and I know the people around me, because it was a big deal back then, were taking their Agrisept. So unbeknownst to anybody, the next day my wife and I were driving to Pennsylvania to see our oldest son, Dominic, at college. And frantically, people were trying to call us because many people got deathly sick, throwing up, diarrhea, some were in the hospital. And they were praying that nothing happened to myself or my wife. Well, what they found out was whoever was making the salad probably did not have the best hygiene. That means they didn't wash their hands after they maybe used some bodily function. And the salads got contaminated. Well, I want you to know that I ate my salad, but my wife gave me her salad. So I had double trouble. But because I've been taking my Agrisept, 10 drops a day, nothing happened to me. That's very significant. A couple other things about Agrisept. You're going to read research about people getting sick, and now they're talking about the bacteria in people's mouths. So when you take your Agrisept in the morning, swish it around in your mouth to kill those unfriendly organisms that are in your mouth. I don't have any teeth challenges. Since I've been taking Agrisept, I cannot tell you the last time I had anybody drilling anything in my mouth. You can say, really, Dr. Bob? Really? So you have to understand, I don't eat sugar. But by using Agrisept, I'm helping purify and eliminate those unfriendly organisms that are in my mouth. So let's say that you like to eat wild game, deer, squirrel, rabbit, especially for those of you that live in northern Ohio, but it could be anywhere. If you have your venison, put in some water, throw a few drops of Agrisept in it. You have a greater chance to minimize parasites. So I could talk to you for hours about the benefit of Agrisept, but I can tell you from my experience, strep, staph, parasites, influenza, herpes, all will respond. We're not curing anything. We're helping your immune system get stronger. If you have a major health challenge and you're not responding, always wisely see your primary care physician, your primary prescribing physician. We're not here to say this is better than any drugs, but we're saying because you're wisely practice a member of the Drugless Doctors, by following these tips, you're going to stay happy and healthy longer. I promise you, you'll be glad you did.